My name's Vanessa Reid, and I'm President and CEO of New Music USA here in New York, which supports composers and music organisations across the United States. It is my great honour to be here today as a representative of our friends at the Royal Philharmonic Society in London. For over 200 years, the RPS has celebrated classical music and the fortifying, unifying role it can play in our lives. Since 1826, the Society has presented honorary membership, one of the highest musical accolades worldwide, to exceptional individuals who devote their lives to music and uplifting others with it. It was first presented to the composer Weber, and subsequent recipients include Mendelssohn, Berlioz, Liszt, Wagner, Brahms, Verdi, Dvorák, Clara Schumann, Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninov, Ravel, Stravinsky, Yehudi Menuhin, Pierre Boulez, Janet Baker, and more recently, George Benjamin, Marin Alsop, and Stephen Sondheim. It gives me great pleasure to say the Society's eminent board and council have chosen that Thea Musgrave is to join this constellation. And I'm pleased to share a few words about Thea from the RPS. Born in 1928 and still hard at work writing music 94 years later, Thea is a musical icon. Over a remarkable international career, Thea has created a body of work bursting with energy, ready to leap off the page and seize our imagination. Her music abounds with such style and sophistication, constantly asking fresh and daring questions of musical forms and traditions. She lures us in by suffusing her music with so much of the world we know, drawing in particular on paintings, poems, myths, and her Scottish heritage as the starting point for so many of her musical voyages. She has long been beguiled by the inherent theatre of the concert hall, compelling soloists and ensembles to assume new formations, making audiences think anew about what we are witnessing on stage and our part in it. This was evident in Thea's thrilling clarinet concerto, proudly commissioned by the Royal Philharmonic Society in 1969. In presenting honorary membership to Thea, the RPS invites performers and audiences to delve into the extraordinary canon Thea has gifted us, teeming with treasure, athletic and adventurous for its players, atmospheric, suspenseful, and cinematic for its listeners. And on a personal note, in addition to exploring Thea's extraordinary music, I would like to encourage performers and audiences to seek out opportunities to hear Thea talking about her life in composing. From your interview that you did with us in 2017, Thea, at New Music USA, we know that you are a brilliant raconteur, and we know that you are very generous in the tips that you share with young composers, and you have always taken great pleasure in the friendships you build with the musicians who perform your work. And we've really learned a lot from you, and the music community is enriched by your generosity of spirit as well as the exceptional contribution of your music. So with all of this in mind, it is a great pleasure and personal honour for me, on behalf of the RPS, to present Royal Philharmonic Society Honorary Membership to Thea Musgrave.
Thank you, Vanessa, for your kind words, and of course to the RPS for granting me this wonderful award. Also a privilege is the opportunity to write new music, one which I've had the great fortune to do for, quite a few years. Supporting composers and artists in doing that is vital work, and I'm delighted that organizations like the RPS and New Music USA are around to carry out that mission. Music is nothing without musicians, and so I'm grateful for all those who have commissioned, programmed, and performed my music across my career, here in this room, here in the United States, back in my native UK, and around the world. I will find a wonderful spot for this, I don't know what you call it, award, a picture, in my studio as I finish my next opera. Thank you, everybody.